It is here. Hot off the presses. According to Sid Meier's Civilization Twitter account, the next Civ game is in development. Now, why did they tweet this? We'll get to that later on. My favorite, before we jump into everything else, this is my favorite response. Someone says source, and then the Sid Meier's Twitter account replies with just a picture of Sid Meier. Let's go. Pack it up. Let's go home. We did it. We won. The internet's over. We did it. Now, this is incredibly exciting, right? We have been clamoring for the next iteration of Civ for a while now. Civ 6 was released 7 years ago. Well, I mean, it's February, so technically 6.5 years ago is a little bit closer to that. But we'll just say 7 years because it sounds crazier. 7 years ago, and we've just been like, where is the next game? We've been getting little inklings, little crumbs with the New Frontier Pass, as well as the Leader Pass, which was just released a couple of months ago. But that's not a new Civ game. Now, I asked you all, is this going to be Civ 7? Is it going to be a Beyond Earth 2? Or is it going to be another iteration of Civ? And the overwhelming majority of you think it's going to be Civ 7. I agree, but you may be wondering and asking yourself, why wouldn't it be Civ 7? Why wouldn't it be anything else? And as you can see, there's a lot of comments on this. There's actually a lot of interesting ideas. Some people saying like a folklore mythology theme spin would be kind of fun, which I guess like that it kind of already exists as Civ when it comes to historical stuff, but it's not really like mythology themed. I really don't see them doing that. You know, a lot of people were asking for a proper spiritual successor to Alpha Centauri. I don't think we're going to get that either, but there's been like some really cool like fantasy themed spin-offs that'd be kind of neat to see. But the reason why I'm saying Beyond Earth 2 or maybe another Civ is for a couple reasons. The first thing is that people have been kind of saying, well, IGN was saying that it was officially, Civ 7's officially announced. And that may be true in their title here. And if you actually read the article, it says Firaxis Games has officially announced that Civilization 7 is in development at the studio. Now, they said revealed alongside the announcement that former COO Heather Hazen will be the new studio head as the original studio head is now left. They've been there for 23 years, Jake Solomon. But the thing is that in the tweet, they said the next Civ game is in development. And in nowhere in their article, I think this is actually I think this is actually kind of like lazy journalism. Sorry, Ryan, but I'm very excited. I think it's going to be Civ 7. Like, don't get me wrong. I do think it's going to be Civ 7, but I think this is kind of lazy journalism because there was they didn't reach out for a quote from Firaxis. There's no actual Civ 7 saying that the next Civ game is going to be Civ 7. There is a quote here that says, "I'm lucky to be working with some developers, and we have plans to take the Civilization franchise to exciting new heights for our millions of players around the world." So I think you can kind of infer that it's going to be Civ 7, but there is still no guarantee that they're saying that Civ 7 is released. I got a lot of comments on my post saying IGN confirmed it's Civ 7, but they didn't actually confirm that it's Civ 7. They just assumed that it is, just like we are assuming. Now, because they said next Civ game is in development, and they haven't specifically stated that, I kind of want to give my insight on why there's a small chance it might be Beyond Earth. The final release date, or the final expansion for Civilization 5 was Brave New World. Now, I've put in 7,000 hours into that game. That's one of my favorite games of all time. That came out in 2013. And then a little over a full year later, we're sitting here, it's 2014. It's kind of almost identical to what's happening now, right? The Leader Pass just came out a couple months ago. And then the next year, October 24th, 2014, they released Brave New World. Sorry, Brave New World. They released Civilization Beyond Earth, which was a kind of a leap. They've made, Alpha Centauri. They've made space games before, or space civs before, but this was kind of out of nowhere. We were all expecting Civilization 6 to be announced. We were like, oh, hey, Civ 6 is going to come out. They're going to announce it, and they're going to release it in the year after that. But they gave us Beyond Earth, which I really like Beyond Earth, but it definitely has a lot of problems. And I think it just the reason why it struggled is because of its release time. Like, it's released like just barely a full year after the final patch and final expansion pack of Civilization 5. So the fact that it's so similar to Civ 5 really did not feel like its own standalone game. There's a lot of problems with Beyond Earth, like the leaders feel really watered down. The game kind of looks very muddled. There's a lot of overflow bugs that still exist to this day. There's a lot of things like that that kind of just gave Beyond Earth a little, I guess, a mark on its image compared to Civilization 5. And then 2 years later, Civilization 6 comes out, right? Now, I still think Civ 7 is going to be the one that's coming out yet. Sorry, the one is going to be coming out next. But I still think there's some possibility that maybe Beyond Earth 2 or maybe a big, like maybe it's not even Civ 7. Maybe they're just making a game that encompasses, starting on Earth, going into space, and then continuing on into space, like mixing all of them together into one big civilization. We obviously don't know. This is pure speculation, right? That's the whole point of these videos, to speculate on dumb things like this and make absurd calls. And, actually they're making Civilization BE, where they're going to be starting in the prehistoric era, and you just, just like really dumb things like that. So those are my thoughts. I still think that this is going to be Civ 7. The weird thing that I want to speculate about now is, why are they announcing it like this? Why? It is a Friday. It was at 6 a.m. on a Friday in the middle of February. There's no, like the game awards are not happening. Gamescom isn't happening for a little while. What? This is throwing me off. Because what this shows, like, it's just a random tweet. It's not like them doing like a press junket and throwing out like, things to different media saying, hey, we are officially working on the next Civ. We kind of already knew that the next Civ game was in development just based off of like how the leader pack isn't like fully fleshed out like you think, like, for example, the New Frontier pass is. So they're only kind of just using probably a small dev team to create that. Why did they tweet this? This feels really weird. When I see this, it's very exciting. Like, I want everybody, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want people to take this in a way that I'm thinking there's like maliciousness or that I'm not grateful for this announcement or anything like that. I'm just like looking at this and seeing, when I see this, I'm like, is someone gonna leak it? Are they announcing it like trying to get ahead of something? Like, this is a very strange and weird announcement by Sid Meier's Civilization. I don't know. Just kind of throwing questions out there. I'm not afraid to talk about the leaks, that's why I had the videos in my channel before. But anyways, I don't know. I just wanted to hop on here, make a little quick video about it. There might be some people that have no idea and they watch my videos, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. Let me know in the comments below what you think, if it's going to be Civ 7, if it's going to be Civ Beyond Earth, maybe a new Alpha Centauri, or I don't know, maybe a brand new segue or spin-off of the entire Civilization series itself. Please don't be pirates. That's all I ask. Anyways, I hope you guys have been enjoying my content lately. It's been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying playing Civ again. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. I've been doing a lot of really fun games, so I hope you guys look forward to those. And yeah, that's all I got for this one. So I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye.